Anyị abịakwa ọzọ na GST 109 Basic Igbo Studies 1. Ka ime ọkwa ịdị mma nnọọ n'ihe ọmụmụ anyị n'izu ụka a. Aka m bụkwa onye nkụzi gị Edith Nwobu. Ife anyị ga-amụ maka ya na izu ụka a bụ nke mbụ, nsọkwụnye. Anyị ga-ahụ ihe niile gbasara nsọkwụnye. Nke abụọ, mkpọ aha. Anyị ga-eleba anya na mkpọ aha na nkeji asụsụ niile mebere mkpọ aha. Ngwa ka anyị bido ozugbo. Nsọkwụnye. Na Bekee, nsọkwụnye bụ enclitics. Gịnị bụ nsọkwụnye? Oya, read with me. Nsọkwụnye bụ irighiri okwu nwere ike ịdị n'ebe ọbụla n'ahịrịokwu iji gbatịa nghọta ma ọ bụ tinyekwuo nghọta n'ahịrịokwu. Nsọkwụnye ọbụla nwere mpụtara. What we just read means that nsọkwụnye, they are morphemes that could be added to a word or sentence to extend the meaning of that word or sentence, to add meaning to a sentence. We have examples here. Look at these ones. Look at the table. The first one, cha. It is used to indicate plural. Di is used to look down. It's derogatory when you use it. Ga. Obara, it also means plural. Kwa, ozo, tinyere, again, repetition of something. Who, it is also used to show derogatory statement or when you look down on somebody or something. Kwano is emphasizing, used for emphasis or surprise, confusion. No, it indicates plea or endearment. Then no indicates plural when you want to say you guys. When you want to say, for instance, you guys should come, all of you come. You say biano, biano, biano. Once you hear it, you know they are calling all of you. Nwa is used to show little or emphasis. Re is used to indicate time, that it's been long time that thing happened. To, aririo, it's used to beg for something, a little. Nyetum, give me a little. Kwazi, itunanya, or again, ozo. Zi is used to show that you are looking down on something or somebody, and it is also used to say again. Now, remember that I told you earlier on that Igbo is contextual. Any of these things could be used to mean anything at any time. Any of these things here. It depends on the context it is used. Is that okay? All right. Look at ọmụmaatụ n'ahịrịokwu. Their examples in sentences. Number 1. Ihe ndị acha bụ nke anyị. All these are ours. Number 2. Onye dị ka ọ na-agwa. Who is he even talking to? Gịnịkwa ka ọ na-akọ? What is he saying again? Osokwu na ndị a na-ekwu maka ha. Is he also among those that they are talking about? Kedụkwa n'ihe i kwuru? What did you say? Or what are you now saying? Lezienụ anya. Lezienụ anya n'ụzọ. You people should be cautious on the way. Akpa a bụ nke mụnwa. This bag is my own. It's mine. Nyetum akara ka m taa. Give me a little akara to eat. ego olekwazi ka ọ ga-enye gị, how much will he give you again? Ebeezi ka ọ gara, where did he go to now? Like you're not asking where did he go to now or now? Where did you go to now? That kind of expression. Okay, now I want you to know that nsokwunye, when it is preceding a noun, it is written separately. But when it is coming after a noun, it is written separately. When it is coming after a verb, it is written together with the verb. Do you understand? Good. Let's go to the next slide. On this slide, we have mkpọaha. Mkpọaha means nominal in English. So can you define nominal in English? I want you to define it in English. Okay, without wasting time, let's go ahead to what mkpọaha means. Let's read this paragraph together. Mkpọaha bụ aha njikọtara ọnụ maka nkeji asụsụ ndị ahụ nwere ike iwere ọnọdụ aha n'ahịrị okwu. Ha bụ aha, nnọchiaha, njụajụjụ na ọnụọgụgụ. It means that a nominal are those parts of speech that could take the position of a noun in a sentence, and they include aha, noun, nnọchiaha, pronoun, njụajụjụ, interrogative, na ọnụọgụgụ and ọnụọgụgụ, number. Ka anyị lee ha anya n'otu n'otu. Let's look at them one after the other. Aha. Aha bụ ihe ọbụla mmadụ maọbụ ihe na-aza. Enwere ụdị aha dị iche iche. Aha, noun, is what somebody, anybody, human being, or anything is called. We have different types of aha. Ha bụ, they are. 1. Aha aka, proper noun. Proper nouns are nouns that they are names that whenever you mention such names, somebody or a place comes to your mind, or something comes to your mind. It is to a person or something. Example, we have Onitsha, Okeke, Mahadum Nnamdi Azikiwe. These are places or person that if you know them, they come to mind whenever they are mentioned. Aha Uche is abstract nouns. Example, Mma, beauty, Iwe, anger, ọnụma, wrath, umeala, humility, ịhụnanya, love, aṅụrị, joy. Aha Igwe, collective noun. Example, ajụ unere, bunch of banana. Oyoko igodo, bunch of key. Ukwu azịza is a bunch of broom. You know how a broom is tied. That is ukwu azịza. Igwe atụrụ is a head of cattle. Number 4, aha is we common noun. Example, anụmanụ, mmadụ, nri, osisi. I hope you know what common noun means. Number 5, aha nsinoda. Noun, aha nsinoda, that is onomatopoeia. They are names derived from the sound that something makes. We have example, koi koi, mgbịrịgba, ọgbatumtum. Ọgbatumtum is bike. Mgbịrịgba is bell. Koi koi is shoe, heel, hilly shoes. The 6th one is aha uche oda, idiophone. These are nouns we have when you have these things do not actually have sound. They are actually qualities of something. But when you mention them, when you pronounce them, they sound as if they have sound actually, but they don't have sound. Example is poko poko. Poko poko is when something is very fresh. Wow. When something is very bright. Yori yori, when something is like you have this cotton that has strands. When something is silky, I think when you say that a person's hair is silky, I don't know if you get that quality. Do you understand? Okay, let's go ahead to the next one. The next one is nochi aha, that is pronoun. Nochi aha, pronoun. We have, of course, you know that nochi aha, pronoun is a word used instead of a noun now. Sure, you know that one. Okay, look at the table we have here. We have onye mbụ, first person, onye abụọ, second person, onye atọ, third person. Then we have nnọchi enwe onye, nnọchi that does not have any person, doesn't have any antecedent, anybody it is talking about particularly. Okay, that is impersonal pronoun. Now, the first person pronoun says mkpolu is singular, ụbara is plural. Or mo, the ụbara is anyị. Gị, ị, unu is ụbara. Onye atọ, o, ọ, ya, the plural ụbara. Ha, a, e is the impersonal pronoun. It is the same with the plural. Now, mo means my, me, I. It also means mine when you add nke. Ụbara anyị means we, our. Gị means you. Gị, I means you. But I and I can only be at the beginning of a sentence. They cannot be any other place. That it is only when they are beginning a sentence that you will see them. But gị could be anywhere. It means you. They all mean you. Then gị could mean your. Unu means you in the plural. O, ọ means he or she. Ya, he, his, him or her. His, hers, ya. Then her is the plural, they. So o or ọ can only be at the beginning of a sentence, and ya is the only one that could be used to show possession for the third person. Then for the second person, gị can only be used to show possession. Then the impersonal pronouns a or e. So just use a or e. Etiri mkpu, anyụrụ ahụrụ. So if you're in an exam and you have any of these ones underlined and you are asked, nke akara ihe n'okpuru bụ dash, nke akara ihe n'okpuru bụ dash, the underlined is dash, you should be able to know which one it is. Ngwa ka anyị gaa na nke ọzọ. So on this slide we see other types of nnọchi aha. We have nnọchi onwe, reflexive pronoun. You have onwe and then the pronoun. That is how to know it. Onwe must be there. Look at the onwe there. And then the pronoun. Onwem, onwe ya, onwe gi, onwe anyị. Then we have nnọchi onwe onye. It has the two pronouns and onwe in between. That's how to know this one. Nnọchi onwe onye, emphatic pronoun. It is used for emphasis. Gị onwe gi, mụ onwe m, ha onwe ha. Nnọchi nke onye, possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. It is used to show possession. You write what the person possesses, then the pronoun. The pronoun comes after what the person has. Ụlọ m, akpa ya, ekwentị ya. Nnọchi nkọwa, that is relative pronoun. We have examples. Ụlọ ahụ bụ nke ya. You see nke ya. Nke is the relative pronoun because it is saying that it is his own. Ụlọ ahụ bụ nke ya, nke ya, nke ya. Whenever you add nke to any pronoun, you have the relative pronoun. Okay, I hope that is well understood. We move ahead to the next one. Nju ajụjụ, interrogative. In Igbo, we have some words that we use to ask question for interrogation. We have gịnị, olee, kedu, ebee, ole, gịnị. Now, I want you to know that in English, English has specifically what, which, what, how, where. English has these words specifically, but in Igbo, these interrogatives could be used to mean one or two of the English equivalents of interrogatives. Is that okay? Like gịnị, we have gịnị, what. Ole, ole could also mean what. If you say ole ihe, what, it could also mean where. It could mean also how. Kedu can also be used to express how, what, where, which. Then ebe, where. Ole, how many or how much. Now, in an exam or a test, you could be asked, nke esoghị na njụ ajụjụ Igbo bụ dash. You should be able to pick out the one that is not among. Nke esoghị, the one that is not among. Or you say nke akara ihe n'okpuru bụ dash. The one underlined is dash. They will write, give you options. I hope you should be able to know that it is nju ajụjụ or whatever it is. We go over to ntimkpu. Ntimkpu is exclamation, interjection. You know that language is culture based. Just like the white man has ways of showing surprise, emotions, in Igbo we have our own. Just like your own local language has its own ways, you have your own way in Yoruba, Hausa, Igala, how to show emotions, whether surprise, whether happiness, joy, or sadness. Then, or anger, we have in Igbo, we have ewo, oh, hey, to fear, here, che, ewo, eyo. From the sound of my voice, you can decipher that this is emotion for joy, happiness, or anger, whatever it is. Okay, let's move ahead and go to the next slide. Okay, here we have ọnụọgụgụ, that is numbering, number. In Igbo, our numbering system is very simple. Just know the basic ones, 1 to 10. Then you begin to add. We follow addition and multiplication. Okay, let's go. 1 is otu. 2, abụọ. 3, atọ. 4, anọ. 5, ise. 6, isii. 7, asaa. 8, asatọ. 9, iteghete or itoolu. 10, iri. Now, once you get to 10, from 11 you start to say iri na otu. It means 10 and 1. You just be adding. Iri na abụọ, 10 and 2. Iri na atọ, 10 and 3. Iri na anọ, 10 and 4, and so on. I want you to write it out, complete it up to 19. Okay, you get to 20 now. You begin again. 20 is 2 times 10. 10 times 2, that is iri abụọ. You just remove na. Once it is in tens, you remove na. So you have iri abụọ, not iri na abụọ. Iri na abụọ is 12. If you write iri na abụọ for 20 in an exam, you will fail it. Iri na abụọ is 10 and 2, that is 12. But iri abụọ means 10 into 2 places. Iri abụọ, 10 into 2 places, that is 20. When, if it is 30, it is iri atọ, 10 into 3 places. 40, iri anọ. 50, iri ise. 60, iri isii. Do you get that? So once it is in tens, you do not add the na, because the na makes it to be 10 and whatever number. Okay, now 21, you now say iri abụọ na. You see where the na comes in. Iri abụọ na otu. 2 tens and 1. 22, iri abụọ na abụọ. 2 tens and 2. And that is how it goes till you get to 29, 39, and the rest of them. Now look at 30. I told you before, it's iri atọ. 31 is what? Good job. Iri atọ na otu. 32 is good. Iri atọ na abụọ. 33 is what? That's a good job. Now let's go to 100. 100 is narị. 150. Otu narị na iri ise. Otu narị na iri ise. 50, remember? 1000 is otu puku. Puku is 1000. 1 million, otu nde. Nde is million. Otu ijeri. 1 billion is otu ijeri. Ijeri is billion. Then half is ọkara. 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 Or you say otu n'ime abụọ. Then we have two whole number. Okay, first of all, we have 2/4. Abụọ n'ime anọ. Abụọ n'ime anọ. We have two whole number, 1/3. Abụọ na otu n'ime atọ. Or you say abụọ, otu n'ime atọ. You can write it either ways. 6 persons means mmadụ isii. Mmadụ isii. Assuming it's one person, you say otu onye or otu mmadụ. Otu onye, one person. Mmadụ isii. Once it is 1, the number is 1, then the number should be before what is being numbered. But from 2 upwards, you write the number after what is being numbered. The next one, 17 pots. You have ite iri na asaa. 17 pots. Ite iri na asaa. You see 17 again, iri na asaa. The na comes in. 10 and 7. Ite iri na asaa. 1 phone. Otu ekwentị. You see what I told you about 1? Because the ekwentị is 1. 1 is the number. It comes before ekwentị. If it is 2, it comes after the ekwentị. It becomes ekwentị abụọ. Is that clear? I hope you understand. Okay, if there is any confusion, please do send in your questions and they will surely be attended to. Let's go over to the next slide where you have ọrụ ụlọ. Ọrụ ụlọ. Can you try reading this on your own? Okay, read with me. Number 1, depụta nsọkwụnye ndị maara na mpụtara ha. Write out the enclitics you know and what they mean, their meanings.
Gịnị bụ mkpaha? What is mkpaha? You know what mkpaha is, right? Good. What is mkpaha? Nkeji asụsụ ole mebere mkpaha? How many parts of speech makes up mkpaha? Depụta nnọchiaha ị maara na ụbara ha. Write out the nnọchiaha you know and their ụbara. Ụbara means what again? You forgot? Go back and listen to the other slides. Number 4. Gịnị ka a na-akpọ 20, 50, 90, 18, 48 n'Igbo? Of course, this is just too simple. You should know this. Yes. Number 5. Depụta njụajụjụ dị n'asụsụ Igbo. What are the interrogatives in Igbo? Write them out. Number 6. Depụta ntimkpu enwere n'asụsụ Igbo. I hope you are reading with me. Depụta ntimkpu enwere n'asụsụ Igbo. Write out the interjections that we have in Igbo. Ngwa ka emesịa.